Welcome back. Yoga is Art is an upcoming festival that blends movement, mindfulness, and the arts to create an immersive, community-centered wellness experience. And here with us now is its founder, Corey and Courtney Sipes from the Western New York chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. Thanks so much for coming in today, you two.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure to be.
Of course. All right, let's talk about the inspiration behind Yoga is Art and how it really merges creativity with wellness.
Well, let's start with what art is. Art has its own meaning when it comes to whoever is creating it. It's all about creation and expression, and yoga is the same. When I first started doing yoga, it was something I didn't know I needed, and I realized that I could create on my yoga mat and express, and I knew I needed to share it with others. So what better way than to be a yoga teacher? So to help people express themselves and pour out their soul on a yoga mat and communicate with them in a way that words quite doesn't, I was like, hey, let's do this over at the Buffalo AKG and lead people. And it's been an amazing journey every Saturday. And now we have this event coming up.
Yes, let's talk about this event that you have coming up. There's a theme to it. It's to remember. So talk about why that was chosen and kind of expanding on Alzheimer's awareness.
So to remember, if you've dealt with somebody with Alzheimer's or have somebody who you've lost to it, they don't remember. They forget a lot. And so I've realized losing my grandmother to Alzheimer's and to see her forget who I am, I knew that this is something that needs awareness. And so yoga literally means to remember, to reconnect, to bring back to self. So seeing a yoga mat as my mirror, I've been able to recognize who I am every time I step on that yoga mat. And so it's helped me to remember who I am. And my goal is to not only help people remember, but improve cognition and learn how to be oneself outside of outside influence.
Nice. Alrighty, Courtney, let's talk about the Alzheimer's Association and what it means to be a beneficiary from this event.
We are so incredibly grateful to folks like Corey and all of the other dedicated, passionate volunteers and folks that help us raise awareness, but also funds for the Alzheimer's Association. Certainly, I think if I could share about this pointer study, U.S. pointer study. So again, funds are given out for research purposes, and thanks to that, we just finished up a 2-year large-scale clinical trial, randomized control study, and it has shown to significantly increase cognition, improve cognition for people who are at risk for developing dementia. And these are things that are healthy lifestyle interventions. So things like yoga and exercise and improving nutrition, social and cognitive engagement. These are all sort of the healthy brain recipes, if you will, that are really showing to make a significant improvement in one's cognition.
Decline. Okay. All right, let's talk more about the festival. Let's talk about the structure and how it's going to work, because there's a lot going on.
So our festival is from 8 a.m. on Saturday to 12:30 p.m. Check-in is at 8. First class, we have 3 yoga classes. I'll be leading the first. It's a hatha yoga flow based off strength and alignment. The second is a yin yoga flow, which is all about letting go. We do a lot less and we be a little more. My brother Casey is teaching that. And then we have a vinyasa flow, which is all about breath to movement, dynamic in itself. And that is being led by a duo, Josh and Sarah. Happy to have them. In between each yoga class, there will be a different art form. So we have live music. We have Davey Harris performing. He was also one of our performers during Yoga is Art when we were inside the town square of the AKG. We have Josh. He's going to be one of the poets. There will be a few other poets. And then we'll have an art exhibition at the end with Jalen Law. So I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
We have a bunch of vendors. We'll have a couple of food trucks. And all proceeds for tickets go to Alzheimer's Association. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
We also say it's open to the public, so if you don't buy a ticket, still come support our vendors, still come see what's going on over at the AKG. Pleasure to have you there.
And you've done them inside the town square, but this one is happening outside,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Right
how
on the front
fun.
lawn.
Let's talk about the impact of community partnerships. I know you've got Lululemon, obviously the Alzheimer's Association, and also the local artists and vendors. What does that mean for you? You know, you had this idea and you've kind of continued to take it to another level.
My goal with this is to create connection. And so being Lululemon's yoga ambassador and having such a great reach, I figured why not involve Alzheimer's for what a cause that this could be. And just connect it all, bring in the local vendors, let everybody benefit from this and bring awareness to Alzheimer's and build connection and community. If we can build more community, we can try new things, create new experiences, and combat the onset of any type of dementia.
Love it. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about this amazing event. Obviously, so many people are touched by Alzheimer's in their families and loved ones. So raising awareness for this through something like this that's just bringing the community out together is really beautiful. Viewers, this inaugural festival is happening this Saturday on the AKG lawn. You can reserve your spot by getting tickets at eventbrite.com. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.